We're doing a follow-up video today on the video we did about limbing evergreen trees. Today I wanted to take you through my thought process on limbing hardwood trees. So right here behind us is a maple. I don't know exactly the variety until I see the leaves in the summertime. But maple is a species that we're favoring over here on the property because it's longevity. And some of this has to be trimmed up. Starting, if you look here, if we were to keep this trunk, we've got a branch here running up the middle and running right into this here trunk here, and it's actually starting to merge with it right there. So I would take out these inside branches here first off.
Like two galaxies merging.
Okay, and here are my tools that I have to choose from. The axe is what we decided on for the evergreen trees, and I mentioned it was because it's faster trimming with an axe. And we don't have to be as precise on the evergreen trees. They're just not as valuable. And the cuts that we are making, they seem to be healing up quite well. So I use less energy with the axe. Maybe back up just a couple feet, buddy. I use less energy swinging that, and I can do a lot more work a lot faster and stuff with the axe on the evergreens. But when it comes to a maple tree, I'm just gonna try a cut here. This is obviously a very rotten branch, so it may just snap off. But there, okay, that one actually cut pretty clean. You can see there. I'll see if I do a fresh one somewhere. And what I'm finding is that the axe on a hardwood there, that cut actually pretty clean too. But it typically doesn't do as clean a job on these with the axe. Today that's actually going quite well. Let me try this one up here. You ready? Okay. So there, I'm getting pretty good at it. You can see that's a nice clean cut there. But there are times where I find that an axe, there, this is a bad one over here now. So the axe can kind of damage these as I'm trying to do it.
Ooh.
And there, I got it sawed off pretty good there.
We don't
Anyway,
have that much time here.
So because of the lack of precision with the axe, we've tried to move more into using a bow saw for our hardwoods. And I'll get you to come back around where you were there, buddy, and film this one here. So this is an example of an inner branch that it lies here against the main trunk, and we would want to get rid of that. Now this is the problem I was explaining with the bow saw. Just come around a few more feet.
Hey.
I have to try to get an angle on this to cut this branch somewhere down like this. And because of the way, you know, these are designed, it's hard for me to get my blade pointed anywhere other than straight up and down right here on this cut. So it makes this bow saw really hard to use for certain spots. And that's where we got the silky saw. And this one now you can see can get in there a lot better. And so I'm going to start my cut here. And I should be able to now do a very precise cut in there with the saw. And again, I think my axe would make a mess of this if I tried to come down with my axe blade in between here and started hacking. I'm liable to hit the main trunk.
Oh God, my arms are hurting.
Are they? You can pause there for a second, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
And don't zoom too far. You'll notice it bounces a lot. All right, so are we on?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to come out. I sawed some in this way. I'm going to come out here now on this side and saw a little bit from that direction. And that'll keep it from peeling bark down this way when it comes off. And I should end up with a pretty good straight cut. There it is, boom. All right, so this is how we decided to start limbing our hardwood trees. I'm just gonna straighten that up now as best I can and get it as close to the tree as I can. And you can see the silky saw does a great job on these cuts. And these trees don't have near the amount of gum in them that the evergreen trees do, like the sap. And so our blades should last a lot longer because these replacement blades, I looked them up, they're like $50 to replace the blade on this thing. And so this way we can do a nice cut. I'm just going to take that for a second, show.
Yep.
And there's what it looks like up close. Okay, and then the tree would grow out around that and straighten up and get rid of that defect altogether over the years. So take that. Now, all of that said, if we look at this tree, we've got one straight trunk here. Maybe back up a little and then pan up, Leo. We've got a nice straight trunk coming up here that's pointing up at the sky with one nice head on it. And then we have this trunk over here that's got this big crook and stuff. It looks like it may have gotten damaged one time here at this Y.
That's why we have the orange ribbon on it.
Yeah, so exactly. We marked this because this whole trunk is going to come down. I just wanted to demonstrate a couple cuts for you guys to see how to do it, and what we use to do it, that sort of thing, our thought process behind it. But now what we're going to do is pause for a minute. I'm going to start up the chainsaw, and we're going to take this down completely.
Yep.
And before we pause, just 1 second, Leo. I'll clear this out of the way. This time of year now, we're on March the 7th, and it's 0 degrees out. So we'll see if this tree starts to bleed bad today. That'll probably be the last maple tree we cut this year, because if the temperature stays warm from now on, the sap's going to start running in these maples, and we're going to do more damage if we keep cutting at them. But for today, we're going to make this cut and see what happens if it bleeds bad. And in order to do that, I have to get all of this snow now out of my way. We just had some fresh snowfall.
You're hurting Frosty the Snowman's feelings.
You got it. Actually, it'd be a great day to make a snowman, Leo. We could do that.
Frosty the Snowman.
Lovely singing voice. All right, so down here you can see, Leo, there's a Y in the tree right here. This is where these two trunks meet.
Y.
And I'm going to try to get my chainsaw down here to take that out.
We all love the letter Y.
Yeah, once we get to this size diameter, this would get really hard to do with my little silky saw. And again, definitely my bow saw isn't going to get down in here and make that cut out at an angle because of how tight it is in there. And my axe, I could probably cut this down with my axe and then shear it off with my saw later, but it's going to be a whole lot faster with the chainsaw here today to do something that diameter.
My dad thinks
So you take a pause for a second there, buddy.
Yes.
This way a little. Now, same kind of thing, I'm going to make an angled cut on this, and I can't get in there yet, so we're going to come down here. So I sawed it off. Now I'm going to go back and shear my cut off nice and straight at the bottom.
Nice.
All right, come on over, buddy, and show that. And you can see on these larger diameter cuts, the chainsaw comes in handy. We've got a pretty clean cut now down here. That gets rid of that whole trunk. Now the tree can focus its energy on this trunk and hopefully grow a lot larger. So that's everything for today, guys. Thank you again for watching and supporting the channel. We really appreciate all the subscriptions.
Also, our next goal from 200 is going to be 500.
500 subscribers. Please help out. We really appreciate it, guys, if you like watching. Thank you.
Peace.